Hey, what's up, guys? It's your girl, Britt Johnson. Make sure you follow me on all social media at I am Britt Johnson. Don't forget to like this video, click subscribe, and of course, join my notification gang so you know when I post a video because, like I always say, I'm not super consistent. I post whenever I feel like it. I go live sometimes, so you definitely want that notification because I answer questions from fans and all of that kind of stuff. So join my Noti gang. So this video is actually sponsored by Bovada. If you want a piece of the action during football season, make sure you check out Bovada for the best props and odds in the games. You also don't want to miss my 10 bold predictions for this NFL season. I'll put that link in the description below. I want to know if you guys agree or disagree with me on my bold predictions, and I also want to know what your favorite one is. Let me know in the comments below. So today I'm probably going to make a lot of people really upset, but guess what? I don't care. You know, I am a Clippers fan, die-hard Clippers fan, and a lot of you guys came for me when my Clippers lost that 3-1 series against the Denver Nuggets, and again, second round, we did not make it. The Los Angeles Lakers did make it, though. They took it all the way and won their 17th NBA title. They are now tied with the Boston Celtics for the most NBA titles in league history. And then also, Jeannie Buss got that check mark, becoming the first female owner to win an NBA title. So super awesome. Congrats to them. And obviously, especially because this year was for Kobe. Everything for this season after Kobe died in January was all about winning a championship in honor of Kobe Bryant, and the Lakers were able to do that. Congrats to them. LeBron James won his a third championship with a different team. So he's won 3 championships on 3 different teams, obviously 4 overall, but he's won 3 on 3 different teams, which is awesome. Danny Green also accomplished that. He's won one with the Spurs, and then he is a back-to-back NBA champion. He won one last year with the Toronto Raptors, and now this year with the Los Angeles Lakers. So there were a ton of little things that happened, notches on people's belts that they got. But one thing that I would like to address today is the Los Angeles Lakers fan base. Now, as a Clippers fan, I know their fan base is not nice. They are, can I say terrible people? A lot of them are terrible. 50% of them are semi-decent, but that other 50%, which I know who they are because I am also a Dodgers fan, and all of those fans are also Dodgers fans. So we have some connection, and, you know, we're fam sometimes because we're all Dodger fans and we support the Dodgers. But when it comes to the Lakers and the Clippers, whoo, child, this is something that is like the worst relationship ever, especially considering we are both in the same cities. But Lakers fans acted a fool yesterday, and in all of the wrong ways and reasons. I always talk about Bills Mafia. Shout out to Bills Mafia, because they are just crazy fans. They, you know, jump onto tables and break them. They throw, you know, things out onto the football field that they shouldn't be throwing onto the football field. And they're just wild and crazy fans. But they are fun, cool, they only mess up their own stuff kind of people. Then we look at Eagles fans. The Eagles won championship a couple years ago, their very first championship. And the fans were acting crazy, but they were doing stuff mostly to themselves. Like they were eating horse crap, and they were trying to climb up poles, which is why the city had to grease the poles to make sure the fans didn't jump off the poles and injure themselves. But most of this stuff has been injuries or situations to themselves. But no, not the Lakers. The Lakers are the most entitled fan base in the NBA. They are the Patriots of the NBA, but not the Patriots in like the worst kind of. The Patriots are bad, but their fans aren't even as crazy as I would say the Lakers fans are crazier than Patriots fans, and more entitled than Patriots fans. And that usually happens when teams have won a lot of championships. So the Lakers obviously last won a championship in 2010. And so it's been 10 years. It's been since 2014 since they've been to the NBA playoffs at all. And this year they decided to run amok. I understand why the Eagles went crazy. They had never won a championship before, but Lakers fans, you guys are not new to this, and honestly, a lot of you guys decided to become Golden State Warriors fans for a few years anyway, because that Lakers stadium was pretty empty during their terrible years, and now all these Lakers fans are back now that the Lakers are good. And after the game yesterday, there were over 1,000 fans that came to Staples Center, even though the mayor of LA, the governor of California, and the owner of the Lakers franchise told people not to come. They came anyway. 76 people ended up getting arrested. Over 10 people were injured because of other people throwing rocks and bottles into the crowd. So you're injuring your own fan base here. Over 30 buildings in downtown LA were vandalized because of this. 30 buildings vandalized. In your own city, you're vandalizing your own buildings because your team won a championship. Not because you guys are upset because of social injustice or whatever the case is, which, mind you, a lot of these people were negatively talking about people who protested and rioted during those situations, like with George Floyd and Breonna Taylor. But then when we come over here to the Lakers winning, it's okay to destroy your own city and vandalize 30 buildings and injure some of your fans. And, oh, another person blew off his fingers because he was shooting off fireworks. And then to top it all off, we are in a global pandemic, and there were thousands of fans out there. And I would say a good third of them did not have masks on. I saw so many videos and pictures of fans chant. It was really cool to see everyone chanting Kobe and all of that kind of stuff, but they were doing it without masks on. And we are in the middle of a global pandemic, and LA is still considered a hot spot. So for all of this to happen, it honestly made me sick to my stomach. Like, I don't understand what's wrong with Lakers fans to think that it's okay to do this. I don't understand. Why are you acting like you've never won anything before? You guys won 10 years ago. Like, calm down. We're in a global pandemic. You don't need to go crazy. Granted, if it was another team, maybe like my Clippers or the Knicks or even the Dodgers, who are now playing in the National League Championship Series, if you haven't won in a long time, I get the moment to kind of go crazy and express yourself because your team's never won a championship, you've never seen them win a championship because it's been over a long time. Dodgers last won the World Series in 1988, even though we've played last couple years in World Series games, one of those being that cheating situation that happened with the Houston Astros. So, like, I get it in those moments where you just can't control yourself, but Lakers, have a little class. You guys act like you are supposed to be the champions of the world and you guys are the greatest team in the world. Act like it. Act like you have some sense, and winning isn't something that's brand new to you and unheard of, because what we witnessed last night was terrible, especially considering we are in a global pandemic and LA is considered to be a hot spot. So I literally pray that, like, we don't get this large outburst or surge of new positive COVID tests because of this situation. Hopefully we don't lose any more lives because of this situation. But I'm frankly worried, and I'm really upset to see what the Lakers fan base did. Because they just they always walk around entitled like they are just the best. But if you are the best, like, have a little class in this situation. This was like a terrible thing to witness just because what we are dealing with right now in this country. But yeah, that's what I had to say. I know I'm going to get a lot of haters in the comments, so I'm probably not going to read the comments, but go ahead, have at it in the comment section below. Obviously, make sure you click on the link to go watch my 10 bold predictions for the NFL season, and let me know if you agree or disagree with me on that one. Thanks again to Bovada for sponsoring this video, and thank you guys so much for watching. I'm your host, Britt Johnson, and I will see you guys very, very soon. Thanks.